There's something incredibly peaceful about watching this machine work. Just the steady, rhythmic sound of the needle laying down the thread, one precise stitch at a time. If you're new here, welcome to Abiding Paws. I'm Chastity, and today I'm taking you behind the scenes while I embroider one of the most meaningful designs, the Crusaders cross. I decided to do just the camera on today because I think in a world where everything is mass-produced and drop-shipped from overseas factories, it's easy to forget what actual craftsmanship looks like. When you order gear from Abiding Paws, it doesn't come from a warehouse. It comes from right here. I hoop the fabric, I load the thread, I run the machine, and I watch every single stitch go down. This specific design, the Crusaders cross, isn't just decoration. It's a historical symbol of bold, unapologetic faith. And that's exactly who I make this gear for. The man we call the Steward, he follows Jesus boldly, loves his bully breed embarrassingly, and hits the trail with both every chance he gets. I'm going to let the machine run for a bit so you can just watch the process, and then I'll tell you what this cross really means. The Crusaders' cross, also called the Jerusalem cross, is made of one large cross surrounded by four smaller ones. Some historians say it represents Christ's command to spread the gospel to the four corners of the earth. Others say it represents the wounds of Christ. Either way, it's been a symbol of bold, unwavering faith for centuries. And bold, unwavering faith is exactly what the Steward embodies. He's not the guy who apologizes for his convictions. He's not the guy who crosses the street when he sees someone walking a pit bull. He's not the guy who softens his beliefs to make other people feel comfortable. He takes Genesis 1:26 through 28 seriously about dominion and stewardship, not as a theological idea only, but as something that touches how he treats his animals, his family, his time. The cross on this pocket, it's not decoration. It's declaration. It says, oh, I know who I follow. I know what I'm called to, and I'm not ashamed of either. Abiding Paws started because a pit bull named Angel came into our lives in 2008 and completely changed how we understood this breed. She was the dog riding shotgun on every adventure, hitting the front door like a freight train every time we came home. Angel taught us that faithful stewardship of God's creation isn't just a theological concept. It's a daily, joyful, muddy-pawed calling. Every piece of gear I embroider carries her legacy forward for the steward who's living that adventure right now. You can see the design really taking shape here. One of the reasons I chose embroidery instead of screen printing is because of where this gear is meant to go. If you're the steward, you aren't just sitting on a couch. You're out on the dirt trails. You're hiking the woods. You're getting jumped on by a 50-pound dog who hasn't quite mastered the concept of personal space yet. You need gear that holds up to that lifestyle. Thread doesn't wash off. It doesn't crack in the dryer. It's rugged, textured, and it lasts. When you're out on a trail, miles from cell service, just you, God, and your dog, there's a clarity that happens. You realize that God didn't give us these dogs or this beautiful creation by accident. Dominion isn't domination, it's stewardship. It's packing enough water for your dog in the desert. It's holding the leash tight on a narrow ridge. It's leading well. I want the gear you wear on those trails to remind you of that calling every time you put it on. Just like this machine, consistent, precise, building something meaningful one stitch at a time. That's what faithful stewardship looks like most days. Not dramatic, not Instagram worthy, just showing up consistently, doing the unglamorous work, trusting that each small act of faithfulness is building towards something God can see even when you can't. So while this cross is stitching out, I have to laugh about how peaceful this video probably looks, because right on the other side of this shop door is the reality of my daily life. My husband and I manage 8 pit bulls. Yes, 8. They're all between 40 and 60 pounds of dense muscle, endless energy, and very strong opinions about whose lap belongs to who. People ask me how I manage to run a business with 8 bully breeds in the house. The answer is structure. We don't have all 8 running around in chaos. We keep them in structured, separated groups, Damos and Atlas together, Galeen with her pups, and Gaia getting the space that she needs. I bring that up because it ties directly into why I make this gear. Culture looks at a man with strong faith or a man who walking powerful pit bull and they see a threat. They think strength is dangerous. But managing these dogs has taught me that biblical stewardship actually looks like real strength and it isn't chaos. Real strength is power under control, daily discipline, making hard decisions to keep everyone safe. That's what this Crusader's cross represents for me. It's for the man who carries his strength and his faith with discipline. When I started Abiding Paws, I never wanted to build just another clothing brand. I wanted to build a community for men who get it. Men who aren't afraid to walk boldly in their faith, who love their bully breeds fiercely, and who find their peace out in the woods. Faith, dogs, adventure, all 3, always. All right, the machine is done. Let's take a look. There it is, the Crusader's cross. Clean, bold, and embroidered to last through whatever trails you and your dog tackle next. Every time I run this machine, I'm thinking about the guy who's going to wear this shirt. I'm praying that it serves as a reminder to stay steady when life gets heavy and to lead with strength under God's control. If you want to wear this mission, I've put a link to this exact shirt in the description below. If you enjoyed hanging out in the shop with me today, hit subscribe. I'll be doing more of these behind the scenes videos along with our Abiding Trails podcast episodes where we dive deeper into biblical stewardship and life with these dogs. Also, make sure you grab your free ebook, Faithful Companions, linked below. It's a complete guide to loving and caring for your bully breed from a faith-based perspective. Thanks for watching, fellow stewards. Keep abiding, keep leading, and I'll see you on the next trail.